Hello, everybody. This is Vikki from fangirlreview.com. We are back again for another episode of Dead Talkers. I have with me my awesome co-host, Mr. T.
Hey there, fools. Mr. T up in here.
So this past weekend we had episode 12 called Not Tomorrow Yet. Some reason these names of these episodes are getting more and more confusing now.
It's obscure.
Yeah. Before they were so plainly obvious. You're like, oh yeah, okay, yep.
He's running out of stuff, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so let's see. Major things that happened in this episode. First, you have Carol. Looks like she's having issues with her conscience now. She actually has a diary counting how many people she killed. And she's all like, oh, she's questioning things, defending Morgan and his right not to kill, which 5 minutes ago she didn't agree with that. Now she does. And she's all moved by that guy who said Tobin, saying that she's a mom and that's why she's so fierce. T, what are your thoughts on that whole Carol moral? Oh, and at the very end, she's also fighting with Maggie, like, oh, you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here. Okay, so go ahead.
Mom's rule, mom's for the win. Carol's a mom?
Well,
okay.
Carol, even though her daughter's now dead, she, wants
No, I
a
just
mom.
meant like they see her as a mom figure. I never. Well,
yeah.
It's been a long time since I saw her as a mom figure, like before she became like the Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time since we had that Carol. So that wasn't hitting home with me. I don't know. Because I just wasn't feeling her as a mom. But I mean, I know what they were trying to do. It just, to me, it didn't really hit home. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess my question is she about to die? Is that what we're doing?
That made me think about that too. I didn't even, that was like, I was worried she was gonna. I was on edge this whole episode.
Yeah, because I feel as though now that her and Maggie were kidnapped, how these people snuck up on them. I hope I'm not going to be mad on stupidity level, but either way, what
they're arguing like it was like a comedy sketch.
Yes.
Gone bad. And it's like, why are they doing this? This is kind of stupid. And then
they get kidnapped.
Right.
So is Carol, the fierce mama bear, going to sacrifice herself to save Maggie? I guess that is the question, if you will. Because I don't know, it just seems to me like Maggie, obviously, I don't even know why she was there because she's pregnant. So I do agree with Carol with,
yeah, she shouldn't be there. Like,
she shouldn't be there. Yeah. But the question is, because of them playing up the whole mom factor, will now Carol sacrifice herself?
Well, she sacrifices herself.
Maggie.
Because it's like, where else can Carol go as far as her character development? She's not in any significant relationships with anybody.
I think the fact that they're now. Oh yeah, her and Daryl. Remember that?
That came and went away. Like, they haven't even addressed their relationship. Like, they were close, and have they had a scene together this season? Like,
I don't think so.
Yeah. So It's almost like they're setting her up to be out of there.
Exactly. Like, you know what? Let's give her a conscience before we kill her off.
Right.
And she doesn't seem as bad because.
I mean, I would feel bad for without them doing that. You know, I'd feel bad for losing Carol. I love Carol. She's awesome. So, them trying to like give her a quote unquote conscience is not gonna affect that for me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it was seen kind of lame. Let's let her go the way she is. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Why? The reason why we respected Carol is that she started off as a weak, abused housewife, and then she became a strong female character. Now we're going to make her a conscience-ridden mother.
We don't need to do that. Let her go out as a boss, as a beast.
But no, they can't do that. Let's see. Oh, I was discussing this with my coworkers today. Abraham breaking up with Rosita.
Yeah, that came out of left field. What was that about?
In the most disrespectful way.
That was wrong on so many levels.
He's like, yeah, no, thought you were the only woman out there. Turns out you're not. So I'm gonna go chase me some new tail. I'm out.
It was like a Beyonce song. Like,
yeah. I was like,
I can find another you.
I was like,
find another you in a minute. You're not the only one around here. I was like, what?
I'm like, really though? I mean, you ain't had to do her like that. You could just broke up with her.
What did she do to deserve that? Like, she didn't do anything to deserve that.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like he's getting hung up on Sasha or whatever, but at the same time, it seems like
I don't think he's over there anymore, right? I don't feel like he's caring about that. I haven't seen anything recently in these episodes to suggest that that's going anywhere.
Plus, it sounds to me like he's just setting himself up. Like, it seems like they're just going to kill him off, too.
Yeah, he's setting himself up to go without any attachments.
Yep. It was like, now he can die. It was nice knowing you, Abraham. Let's see. Okay, so after 5 seconds of planning, because they didn't really actually do any planning at all before they go to take the Savior's compound, the guy was like, yeah, I think there was an armory maybe down, I don't know, I only actually been to this one section, but I don't know. Like, really? What kind of plan? How do you not try to figure out how to plan something better than that? Okay, so they all decide, well, whatever. Here's our really bad plan. We're only going to leave 2 women. First, we're just going to leave the pregnant chick on the outside. But you know what? No. At least Carol volunteers to stay. We're going to leave these 2 chicks out right in front of the gate with a car right there. Obvious. So even if you think supposedly all the saviors are inside, how do you know that that's some, obviously running perimeter or something? Wouldn't it be smarter to kind of keep the cars off of the main street or whatever, hide them a little bit, get people in the woods so it's not obvious? So while you're in there having a massive bloodbath, your people on the outside are also protected and not easy to pick off.
Right.
I don't know what kind of. There was no planning. There was no planning at all.
Yeah, again with this poor planning, like. I'm sitting there like, really? This is the plan? Like, you guys have had bad plan after bad plan.
Yes.
In the last few episodes, and it's just like, when do you realize it? It's like somebody else should be quarterbacking this thing, because Rick, you have awful plans, man. Like, you're going in there on a guy's sketchy remembrance of the compound. That's it. That's all you got.
Mm-hmm. They're like, nope, we're not going to dig any deeper than that. We're not even going to stand outside all that much and look.
Yeah, go outside, hang out, and scope the place out. None of that. Just, you're gonna go in there blind.
I think the one shining moment before we go into the bloodbath, the one shining moment is when they pick a whole bunch of walkers to get the head to look like Gregory's, in which Rick proceeds to beat it.
Yeah.
So the face is purposely messed up.
Like, how dumb do you have to be to accept that as the guy they want? Like, with Gregory, how do you, like, really? That's all it took to get you to open the door? Well, you guys deserve whatever happens to you on this dumb plan. It's horrible plan working at least that much to let, have you get access to the place. Like, you don't, that's your only verification? Some severed head that doesn't look like the guy you wanted, you wanted dead? I don't understand. Everybody's dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
everybody. Yeah.
There had to be a better way. I don't know.
Or I don't even know. That's the better way. I don't know. Some.
Or it doesn't work. I don't know. Like, you would think they'd be a little bit more clever than that. I mean, I guess they thought that was clever. I don't know.
I don't know who's making these plans. Wile E. Coyote? Because otherwise.
It is Acme blueprint set.
Yeah, basically. Like, find Walker head. Beat Walker head. Yep, that makes sense. Let me do that. Okay, bloodbath time with, as always, blood splattering on the camera. Always blood splattering on the camera.
That was cool first season. Like, that was cool. For the first season, that's cool, but in the 6th season, you're still doing that? I mean, that's cheesy film school to me. Yeah.
And they do it every time. If they're going to kill a whole bunch of people, or there's a lot of blood happening, there will be blood on a camera. Give us a moment, we will get it on that camera.
That feels like a producer saying, you know what, this show's been successful, doing what we've been doing. Let's just keep doing it. I don't want to change anything. That doesn't seem like an artistic decision. That's just it seems like a cynical producer saying, we're gonna do it because this show's successful and this has been working, so let's just do it. It's just it feels pretty soulless. And like I said, 6 seasons in is pretty cheesy, pretty corny at this point. Let's stop doing that. It's lame. Stop breaking the fourth wall by splattering the camera.
Stop. Let's see. So you have Heath and Glenn team up. So they team up the two people who never really outright killed a person. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Dre.
I know, Dre out here trying to kill people. And in the end, Glenn does all the killing.
Right.
Because he's like, no, I'll do it.
Which is kind of lame, but.
And exactly where did they stab? Like, when he had the knife, like, exactly where did he stab the guy?
I think they were going through the eye sockets.
Is that where they're? So when you stab somebody in the eye socket, it's immediate death. There's no thrashing. There's no death throes of fights happening.
No, man, these are skilled when they want to be super ninjas when it comes to killing people and walkers, but sometimes they just do some dumb stuff. You just have to take it, go with it.
Because even hours after death, the body can still be moving.
Well, you have one kid got shot in the eye, and he's alive, walking around, and obviously that didn't stop him. So I don't know why a knife to somebody's eye would at least have them twitching and jumping up and doing something.
Something.
You're not
Even
severing.
if it's a half second, and you're done.
Yeah.
Something. And to do it to two people and both people not move? I'm confused.
It's like they were killing dead people.
Exactly. I think also in there after they kill the dude, Glenn sees on the wall the Polaroids of various people, their face or their head being bashed in.
Foreshadowing.
No, I don't think that's called foreshadowing anymore.
Well, it's not really foreshadowing.
When you're that heavy-handed,
that blatant.
That blatant. It's not foreshadowing. I need another word for that.
It's lazy shadowing.
Lazy shadowing? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, really?
It's no shadowing.
No shadowing. So at this point in time, they just have to kill somebody else. They can't even kill Glenn because they've foreshadowed so much.
Yeah, they're setting you up to believe, if you know the comics and what's going to happen. I feel like they're setting you up to think, all right, here it comes, and then they're totally going to throw a wrench into it. It's not going to be what you think.
Exactly.
So,
because otherwise, at this point in time,
because all signs are pointing to it, are they really going to be that open, that cheap about it?
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling they might.
I know, right?
They just might do that, and there was a point where I was going to be so upset about that, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be upset about it anymore, or as upset.
Exactly. So obviously there's some hiccups in their taking over the compound that they were blind and going in, and Heath and Glenn just happen to find themselves in the armory, so they grab a whole bunch of guns, shoot through the door, and mow down about 10 people. But those people were shooting at them, but the bullets didn't come through to hit Glenn and Heath, but the bullets went through the other way and hit the other people.
Because they obviously had the armor-piercing rounds on their side of the door.
Yeah.
Can we just real quick touch on the morality of murdering sleeping people? like I know these people are bad and they're run by a bad guy, but not everybody is bad who's run by a bad guy. Some people are just forced to do what they're doing, so how do you know if you're not just killing people who are quote unquote doing their job and they're not really bad people? They're just a cog in the wheel, a cog in the machine.
Mm-hmm.
You're just murdering people that you don't know anything about, and while they're sleeping. That's just
exactly. You don't know if they're evil. You don't know if they did wrong. You don't know
if
they're there against their will.
They could be there against their will for all you know.
Niggas as evil as Hilltop makes them out to be for a man that nobody's ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, they had one of your guys come back and try to murder the leader because of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Was he a bad guy for that? Because he was trying to help his brother. I don't think he was a bad guy.
No.
So how many people that were laying up getting stabbed in the forehead weren't necessarily bad people? I kind of lost a lot of respect for our good guys for doing that. I don't know. They have to find a way to redeem them for me. I feel like, anyway, because I lost a little respect.
Mm-hmm.
and the lines were blurred as far as who the good guys and who the bad guys were, for sure. Because like the governor, if you just think of the governor, like all those people weren't just bad people, but they were doing his will, doing his bidding because he was their leader.
Exactly. So after they kill everybody in the compound, it's now the next day. So I guess they were killing for 8 hours. I don't even know what time they showed up at the compound. No, because it was daytime, and then when they rolled up, and then they collected some walkers. Then it was nighttime when they got to the compound, and then it was daytime when they were walking out. Okay.
Yeah, it was daytime when they walked out.
Yeah.
It was like early morning.
So Heath and Tara go on, I guess, some 2-week-long scouting of resources or something.
Yeah, I kind of
just because Tara is pregnant, so obviously pregnant, the actress. So they gotta shoo her off somewhere. I'm sure that's probably why they did that. Because I mean, at one point in time, they hid her stomach behind a plate. I'm like, did they just really hide her stomach behind a plate?
They did. It was really clever.
I was like, are you serious? Maybe, I think they should just like let the women be pregnant and then nobody talk about it as if it's not there. I think I would respect it more versus hiding it behind a really big coat or a plate. Because we all know they're actors. So
well, there's a time where you could. I mean, it's very. I mean, it's very visual. So it'd be very awkward to see this lady getting a pot belly and nobody's mentioning it or anything. There was a time where if you're a woman, you got pregnant, you lost your job. So at least she was able to keep on going on with the show, and they tried to find ways around it. I guess I have to applaud them for that. I'm a stupid guy, and I need to know this. So honestly,
the next day or whatever, they're all like, "Yay! Woo!
Did it!"
The next morning, out come, they're like, "Yay! We did it!" And here comes random dude who did not get killed out on a motorcycle trying to get away.
They plowed through that whole, missed him in the motorcycle.
Like, did they not even?
I want to say real quick that Negan is he's holding a lot of L's.
Yeah, like they didn't even sweep.
Like, yeah. Negan, he lost that whole crew of bikers when they shot the grenade at him, blew them up, and then he just lost his whole compound. Pretty much.
Yeah. So as they try to take out the motorcyclist, he has a walkie-talkie on him. They're like, "Hey, leave him alone, cause we got a Maggie and Carol here."
I like how nonchalant they were about it.
I don't know. I just don't know. What did you think of the episode overall?
I actually liked the episode overall. Obviously, it was a quote-unquote action-packed episode. So sometimes you forget. You don't think about a lot of the crap, like stupid stuff happening. But like I said, I guess that's a good thing, though. I'm sitting there like with a moral dilemma with our like, I don't know if I like you guys. So I guess that's cool that they were able to do that to me, because I was totally gung ho for everybody. Because it's cool. You can think about it now. It's like, all right, so who are the bad guys? Or if you're some norm your place and murder everyone, like you'd be sitting back like, these are bad people. These are the bad guys. We're the good guys, you know. So it's all about perspective. And it's like, I don't know. There's a moral dilemma now. It's like, for me. So.
Yeah, like who's really
right? Who's
evil.
The good guys here? Because that was an evil act. What they were doing, murdering people while they're sleeping. Like, you didn't even give them a chance.
You didn't give him a chance. You didn't even make sure you got Negan in the bloodbath. Nobody thought to say, hey, maybe this is a satellite compound and not the real one.
Right.
Did nobody think that? I don't understand how nobody thought that. For how much stuff that they get, did they not, they take 50% of this here and probably, take a whole bunch from other towns or whatever. So did they not think that maybe
this place was just some kind of, armory only, some kind of place they had, an outpost or something that wasn't their main thing? Like, that's what I was thinking the whole time. Like, this just looks like some small little shack, some small little, outpost. It can't be the main town where these guys are from. There's not a lot going on there.
Exactly. So, I don't know. So, next week, we have, I guess, the story of Maggie and Carol and their adventures. Exactly. Were the people who kidnapped Maggie and Carol, were they definitely part of the Saviors? Or were they a different group? Also, keep in mind that the guy on the motorcycle was driving Daryl's motorcycle.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you get that motorcycle?
Yeah. So I guess we just got to see, were they definitely part of the Saviors or not? Or is it a different group altogether? And will both Maggie and Carol survive?
I think one of them's out of there. And my guess would be Carol.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to kill Maggie, because I don't think the network has the balls on that level to kill a pregnant chick.
Yeah. They have the balls to murder people in their sleep.
But that's nothing.
And murder kids. Kids shoot each other, or the little girls from a couple seasons ago.
Oh yeah, the little girl killed the other little girl.
Yeah,
Kill her sister.
Kill her sister. That was rough. That was rough for me, huh? So
I guess we shall see.
We'll see, yeah.
Okay, so I guess that's it for Dead Talkers. I hope you enjoyed it and us just picking apart the episode, things we noticed, things we enjoyed. As I said, I definitely loved the chopping off of the walker head and then punching it in the nose. That was just awesome.
That was, I mean, the plan was stupid, but that was awesome to see.
Yeah. Especially when the guy was like, yeah, I know, we're supposed to be afraid of Negan, but in reality, I'm a little bit more afraid of you.
Seriously. Can you blame him?
Okay, so, Mr. T, got anything you wanted to pimp out before we head out?
Go check out my latest video. I'm retired. If you haven't seen it, you know what I'm talking about once you see it. Some people seem to like my retirement, so go and enjoy that as well. And that's pretty much it for now.
Okay, awesome. As always, there's always new and fun things going on fangirlreview.com. Definitely check that out. The Flash should be back soon, so you'll see Flash pointers popping back up. The new segment on my YouTube channel, the I Ain't Watching That Shit. There should be a new episode coming up next week if I can nail people down to the wall, literally. And as always, you can hear us on Gamers at Large, Wednesdays at 7 and Sundays at 7. That's it. Everybody, enjoy yourselves.
Peace.